What's up, y'all? So we in day two of the Enagic San Diego event, 45th anniversary. Hold on, let me get the sign. There's a sign. That's even better. I don't know what I was doing. We got, see Balaj right there. We got Matthew Jang right over there. You know, they killing over here. We got some other people, great speaker, some speakers was yesterday. Start off a little slow, I'll say, but it picked up at the end. Now we gonna see what else is gonna go on with people's speeches and everything. But Chris Gardner, The Pursuit of Happiness, I actually about to have that. It was like a whole hour. I'm not gonna post it, and I'm probably gonna post some of it into the blog. Yesterday's blog, as you can see, about not the time I'm recording this, but yes. So I'm here on day two with the 45th anniversary of the Global Convention of San Diego with Enagic. Let's see what else we got in store.
I really don't use technology too much. But I look at your data from a computer. But just with my phone, on my phone I can go to this Enagic mark on my phone. So it's an E, a circle E. So I can see your data from anywhere around the world just on my phone. And then maybe I can give you a phone call and say, yo, thanks for the hard work. And for you, this is the easiest way for you to see your data and your team's data. Nobody needs to send a fax anymore. You can see their movement. I think this is the way to go. So part of our expansion revolves around this card. So we have a special booth today to tell you about the card. And I'd like you to really take a look at the EAPA card one more time. Some people misunderstand that this is an entrance card for a golf course. No way. That's an extra thing you get in addition. But it is it's nice to get some good exercise, go play a game of golf. You can drink hot water while you're playing. And Dave, who's your MC, he's actually a golf pro instructor. He is also at the San Diego golf course, so come get some lessons.
So during the childhood, I was starving for food. My mom selling the vegetable in the market. Sometimes we couldn't sell it, and we had no food to eat. So I wish I could live like better life. My mom worked really hard to support the children and the husband. My beloved mom sacrificed all her life for her children. And in 1994, we came to United States of America. And because I couldn't speak English, that's why I had to apply the job in a McDonald's and work as a dishwasher. And after that, I applied for the job and worked as an assembler in an electronic factory for 6 months. Back in 1990, there's a lot of Vietnamese took over the nail industry. I saw a lot of men, and you know that most of the women doing the beauty things, right? But one time I stopped by the beauty school, and I saw a lot of men in the classroom to study how to do nails. And I asked them, why men doing nails? They said because they want to make money for living. And I registered to enroll that class right away because I want to make money. So I went out state when I was only 20 years old. As a young man, I had so many dreams in my life. Because while I came to United States, I'm looking for the opportunity. After working for the nail salon for 3 years, I decided to go back to college to study English. And fortunately, I did pretty good at the school. I was an A student. So I keep dreaming, I keep following my dreams. After graduation from the college degree, with bachelor's degree in sciences in Cal State University of California, I transferred to the pharmacy school. And 4 years later, I got my doctorate degree in pharmacy. After graduation, I worked for CVS for 1 year, and after that, I transferred to the Walgreens, worked as a pharmacy manager. And 4 years ago, a friend of mine, who is John Mai, he's also my upline right now, he invited me to the convention in Anaheim. So like that today, we came here and we saw this real picture. We see the real people. We see Mr. Osiro, his generosity, his philosophy to want to give us the true help. This opened my mind. At that time, I worked for Walgreens. I was struggling at work. Every single day, I felt exhausted because due to stress and overwhelming workflow. And I seen a lot of pharmacists were getting at risk of laying off. I don't want to be like that. So I was still looking for the opportunity. And luckily, I know Enagic. And after 3 months joining Enagic, I become 6A. And 14 months later, I became 6A to that. 9 months after, I become 6A. And 14 months after, I become 6A to that too. I was the first Vietnamese American who achieved 6A to that 3 after 20 months. At that time, I decided to resign my job as a pharmacist because my team needed me. My team needed my support. But I'm so happy that I quit my job at Walgreens so that I can focus full time to help my team. And I became 6A to that 4 after 3 years, and I just qualified to advance 6A to that 5 last month. Thank you. We have over 220 6A in my organizations. And we have 8 members officially achieved 6A to that 3 and above within 4 years. This is amazing for me. As a pharmacist, I really care for my patients. But because of the work, I have to work really hard for 8 hours straight. I did not have time to educate my patients how to protect themselves, fight against diseases. But canned water truly helped a lot of people, as I know. It's helping a lot of people overcome the illness. That's why I believe in that. That's why I want to devote my whole life for Enagic. That's why I quit my job at Walgreens, so that I can go all around the world to help other people be healthier. Not only that, I want to bring the true health from multiple zero to the rest of the world. At the beginning, just like you guys, I have to prospect one by one. At first 3 months, I have to invite my guests to the Mr. Daniel Timakali seminar every Thursday. But after that, I was thinking for myself, I need to stand up, I need to know how to do demo. And after that, I practiced so many times. From my experience, I have the skill ready, then I teach my downline to do the same thing. Nowadays, I have thousands of distributors in my organization who know how to do a demo. I train them every they only need to know how to explain a compensation plan so that we can help other people to improve their finances. From the local business, my team expanded to global business. At first, it spread out throughout USA, then it spread to Canada, and then go to Europe Unions. We have a lot of people from the Europe Unions come over here. Can you guys raise your hand, please? Yes. And we will have 3 children. So during the childhood, I was starving for food. My mom selling the vegetable in the market. Sometimes we couldn't sell it, and we have no food to eat. So I wish I could live like better life. My mom worked really hard to support the children and the husband. My beloved mom sacrificed all her life for her children. And in 1994, we came to United States of America. And because I couldn't speak English, that's why I had to apply the job in a McDonald's and work as a dishwasher. And after that, I applied for the job and worked as an assembler in an electronic factory for 6 months. Back in 1990, there's a lot of Vietnamese took over the nail industry. I saw a lot of men, and you know that most of the women doing the beauty things, right? But one time I stopped by the beauty school, and I saw a lot of men in the classroom to study how to do nails. And I asked them, why men doing nails? They said because they want to make money for living. And I registered to enroll that class right away because I want to make money. So I went out state when I was only 20 years old. As a young man, I had so many dreams in my life. Because while I came to United States, I'm looking for the opportunity. After working for the nail salon for 3 years, I decided to go back to college to study English. And fortunately, I did pretty good at the school. I was an A student. So I keep dreaming, I keep following my dreams. After graduation from the college degree, with bachelor's degree in sciences in Cal State University, California, I transferred to the pharmacy school. And 4 years later, I got my doctorate degree in pharmacy. After graduation, I worked for CVS for 1 year, and after that I transferred to the Walgreens, worked as a pharmacy manager. And 4 years ago, a friend of mine, who is John Mai, he's also my upline right now, he invited me to the convention in Anaheim. So like that today, we came here and we saw this real picture. We see the real people. We see Mr. Zero, his generosity, his philosophy to want to give us the true help. This opened my mind. At that time, I worked for Walgreens. I was struggling at work. Every single day, I felt exhausted because due to stress and overwhelming workflow. And I seen a lot of pharmacists were getting at risk of laying off. I don't want to be like that. So I was still looking for the opportunity. And luckily, I know Enagic. And after 3 months, joining Enagic, I become 6A. And 14 months later, I became 6A to that. 9 months after, I become 6A. And 14 months after, I become 6A to that too. I was the first Vietnamese American who achieved 6A to that 3 after 20 months. At that time, I decided to resign my job as a pharmacist because my team needed me. My team needed my support. But I'm so happy that I quit my job at Walgreens so that I can focus full time to help my team. And I become since 2.4 after 3 years, and I just qualified to advance since 2.5 last month. Thank you. We have over 220 6A in my organizations. And I'm member officially of Team 6A 2.3 and above. Within 4 years, this is amazing for me. As a pharmacist, I really care for my patients. But because of the work, I have to work really hard for 8 hours straight. I did not have time to educate my patient how to protect themselves, fight against diseases. But canning water truly helped a lot of people, as I know. It's helping a lot of people overcome the illness. That's why I believe in that. That's why I want to devote my whole life for Enagic. That's why I quit my job at Walgreens, so that I can go all around the world to help other people be healthier. Not only that, I want to bring the true health of multiple zero to the rest of the world. At the beginning, just like you guys, I have to prospect one by one. At first 3 months, I have to invite my guests to the Mr. Daniel Jimakali seminar every Thursday. But after that, I was thinking for myself, I need to stand up, I need to know how to do demo. And after that, I practiced so many times. From my experience, I have the skill ready, then I teach my downline to do the same thing. Nowadays, I have thousands of distributors in my organization who know how to do a demo. I train them every single month. Not only that, they only need to know how to explain a compensation plan so that we can help other people to improve their finances. From the local business, my team expanded to global business. At first, it spread out throughout USA, then it spread to Canada, and then go to Europe Unions. We have a lot of people from the Europe Unions come over here. Can you guys raise your hand, please? Yes. And we also have 3 children. So during the childhood, I was starving for food. My mom selling the vegetable in the market. Sometimes she couldn't sell it, and we have no food to eat. So I wish I could live like better life. My mom worked really hard to support the children and the husband. My beloved mom sacrificed all her life for her children. And in 1994, we came to United States of America. And because I couldn't speak English, that's why I had to apply the job in a McDonald's and work as a dishwasher. And after that, I applied for the job and worked as an assembler in an electronic factory for 6 months. Back in 1990, there's a lot of Vietnamese took over the nail industry. I saw a lot of men, and you know that most of the women doing the beauty things, right? But one time I stopped by the beauty school, and I saw a lot of men in the classroom to study how to do nails. And I asked them, why men doing nails? They said because they want to make money for living. And I registered to enroll that class right away because I want to make money. So I went out state when I was only 20 years old. As a young man, I had so many dreams in my life. Because while I came to United States, I'm looking for the opportunity After working for the nail salon for 3 years, I decided to go back to college to study English. And fortunately, I did pretty good at the school. I was an A student. So I keep dreaming, I keep following my dreams. After graduation from the college degree with bachelor's degree in sciences in Cal State University of California, I transferred to the pharmacy school. And 4 years later, I got my doctorate degree in pharmacy. After graduation, I worked for CVS for 1 year, and after that, I transferred to the Walgreens, worked as a pharmacy manager. And 4 years ago, a friend of mine, who is John Mai, he's also my upline right now, he invited me to the convention in Anaheim. So like that today, we came here and we saw this real picture. We see the real people. We see Mr. Osiro, his generosity, his philosophy to want to give us the true help. This opened my mind. At that time, I worked for Walgreens. I was struggling at work. Every single day, I felt exhausted because due to stress and overwhelming workflow. And I seen a lot of pharmacists were getting at risk of laid off. I don't want to be like that. So I was still looking for the opportunity. And luckily, I know Enagic. And after 3 months joining Enagic, I become 6A. And 14 months later, I became 6A to that. 9 months after, I become 6A. And 14 months after, I become 6A to that too. I was the first Vietnamese American who achieved 6A to that 3 after 20 months. At that time, I decided to resign my job as a pharmacist because my team needed me. My team needed my support. But I'm so happy that I quit my job at Walgreens so that I can focus full time to help my team. And I became 6A to that 4 after 3 years, and actually qualified to advance 6A to that 5 last month. Thank you. We have over 220 6A in my organizations. And we have 8 members officially achieved 6A to that 3 and above within 4 years. This is amazing for me. As a pharmacist, I really care for my patients. But because of the work, I have to work really hard for 8 hours straight. I did not have time to educate my patients how to protect themselves, fight against diseases. But candid water truly helped a lot of people, as I know. It's helping a lot of people overcome the illness. That's why I believe in that. That's why I want to devote my whole life for Enagic. That's why I quit my job at Walgreens, so that I can go all around the world to help other people be healthier. Not only that, I want to bring the true health of multiple zero to the rest of the world. At the beginning, just like you guys, I have to prospect one by one. At first 3 months, I have to invite my guests to the Mr. Daniel Timakali seminar every Thursday. But after that, I was thinking for myself, I need to stand up, I need to know how to do demo. And after that, I practiced so many times. From my experience, I have the skill ready, then I teach my downline to do the same thing. Nowadays, I have thousands of distributors in my organization who don't know how to do a demo. I train them every single month. Not only that, they only need to know how to explain a compensation plan so that we can help all the people to improve their finances. From the local business, my team expanded to global business. At first, it spread out throughout USA, then it spread to Canada, and then go to Europe Unions. We have a lot of people from the Europe Unions come over here. Can you guys raise your hand, please? Yes.
Please, Matthew J. And in first place for the month of January, Margaret Cardos. Along with their prize award, we're also receiving a very traditional handmade glass that's made in Okinawa, which is called Ruju. So these are our winners for the month of January.
So next up, the month of February. You may see some familiar faces on this list. In 8th place, we'd like to announce Romy Verdera. And in 7th place, go straight to the stage, Palas Cardos.
Alana, please step forward.
In 6th place, we have Cynthia Brigante. In 5th place, we have Cora Lowe. In 4th place, we have Glenda Kalakasan. In 3rd place, we have Margaret Cardos. In 2nd place, we have Rajan Mantakar. And in 1st place, we have Matthew Jang.
For the month of March, 8th place, Bob Rodelli. 7th place, Alana Cardos.
This kid who's 19, he's retired at 19, he's making 20 grand a month, he's traveling to Thailand, he's doing exactly what I wanted to be able to do. And I was like, he's doing exactly what I want. I know I've tried all these things before and none of them worked, but I relate to him, he knows what I'm, he's got the results I want to get. If I want to get those results, if I just follow what he's doing, I'm going to figure it out. And that one thing really set me off right. And one of the things I started realizing right from the beginning was, when I first tried to do all these things, I had no idea what I was doing. I was wandering around just trying to figure things out. And the biggest factors that I needed was, one, having a mentor, right? This is one of the biggest pieces. You can try and figure it out on your own, or you can find someone that's already walked the path, that's already done it, that can literally take you down that path. I'm actually super grateful because my mentor's actually in the room today. For those of you guys that don't even know him, but Cameron George. And I honestly, a lot of people want to give me a lot of the credit. I would not be anywhere near where I am today if it wasn't for him. I learned the majority of what I do. And so the right mentor, the right training, and supportive community. Now all of a sudden it started clicking. I'm like, oh, why try and figure this all out on my own when I can go find people that already have it done, right? And so now that I had a mentor, and for the very first time, right, I could kind of see what was going wrong. It was very easy for him to look at what I was doing and show me no wonder this isn't working for you, right? And so really what it came down to, you really had to focus on two things. It's really all I had to really do. When it really came down to it, was I learned how to drive traffic and how to convert that traffic into sales, right? If you guys do anything offline, if you're doing a demo, it's getting people into the room, and then once you have them in the room, it's closing the room. You have two skills. It's very simple, right? And so once I started getting that, I'm like, oh man, I just gotta learn how to attract the audience to my offer, right? And then I gotta learn how to convert that audience to a buyer, right? And so I really started working on that over the next 2 years. And so I started learning all the skills that I basically spent a ton of time over the next 2 years doing as much as I possibly could. Like, I would work for 12 hours a day, I would come home, I would work for 6 hours on the computer, then I would sleep for 6 hours, and I would do that over and over again, 6 days a week, for 2 years. And I just like, I was so sick of being broke, I was so sick of eating ramen noodles and living on paycheck to paycheck. I was going into my $500 overdraft, like it was $500 in my bank account. I needed a way out, so I didn't care what I had to do, right? And really one of the biggest things, I was sticking close to my circle, the circle of influence, and the people that were getting the results that I was looking to achieve, right? And so I was, in the very beginning, I kind of thought I was going to do it my own way. You know, people were telling me to do one thing, and I'm like, nah, you know, I'm going to figure it out. And it didn't work, and so I come back like, okay, you know what, I got to just listen and follow what they're showing me, and I'll be able to go and do it, right? So we started building and split testing a ton of funnels and ads. I spent $2,000 on advertising to make my first $25 sale. My friends thought I was nuts. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I got one sale. They're like, how much money did you spend? Like $2 grand? They're like, and how much did you make? 25 bucks. They're like, you're nuts, dude. You lost $975. I'm like, no, but you don't get it. Like, I did one, and if we do one, I can do one every day. If we do one every day, like, I do 4, you know, I got so excited. My friends thought I was nuts. Like, they thought I was so crazy. But I started seeing success, but it was very kind of up and down, right? And so I really started to realize that I was, you know, going up and down and getting little bits here and there. But what I really came to realize is that the hard skills, that was part of the equation, right? And I had one conversation with Jaron, and this one really, like, it was super funny. We were actually just talking about this the other night. So I go out and I see him in Seattle, and I'm going out there and I'm first learning how to like drive traffic and build funnels, and I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time doing this, I'm having a hard time with ads, I'm having a hard time with this, I'm having a hard time building funnels, right? How many guys have done demo and you're like, man, I'm just having a hard time learning how to do the demo, how to do this or how to do that, right? And he looks me right in the eye, and he's like, how do you expect this to be easy when all you're doing is talking about how hard it is? And he smiles right in my face, this is so easy, and I was pissed. So I'm like, sure, easy for you, Mr. I make 7 figures at 24, like, come on, man, I'm having a hard time here. And he's like, this is so easy. I was so mad, I'm fuming, I'm walking around like, that's not what I wanted to hear. You know, like, I wanted to hear, like, do this or do that, not, this is easy. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, this guy, and if you've ever met him, floats through his life so effortlessly, like everything just falls into place, and I'm like, maybe there's something to that. Maybe it's the fact that when he goes into learning anything, and he goes in with the intention that it's easy, and he starts to create the reality to reflect that. And so I'm like, oh man. I'm making it so hard for myself, because all I'm doing is telling myself that it's hard, so what do I see? More that it's hard. So I started playing this tennis match, right? I'm messing up with these slides, but you guys, I don't usually use slides, yeah, sorry about that. But, so I started really getting though that it wasn't just the skill set, right? It wasn't skill set implementation equals success. There's another variable of the equation, right? It was skill set plus mindset equals success. And when I really started to get that now, right? Because if you just have the skill set, how many guys are doing the right things, you're doing the right stuff, but you might not be getting the result that you want, right? This happens a lot of the times. Right? And a lot of people can be on the other side of the spectrum. Your mindset's great, right? But you're sitting on a couch not doing anything, wondering why $1 million is falling out of the sky. But when you can consciously intend on what you want to be able to create, and you combine that with a skill set and taking action, that's when really everything starts to become like you literally have the ability to create a reality that most people only dream of, right? So this is one of the things. I went back home and I'm saying it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. And what I did is I literally went back, and before I shot a video, before I placed an ad, before I had any conversation, like I went in with the intention that this was going to be easy. I went and took the same ad, the same funnel, the same marketing I was doing that wasn't making me money at the time, turned it on, and I literally was able to go and have my first $10,000 month. Just by shifting the way that I thought. This now, I'm losing my mind now. So I'm like, oh my, I've been making this so hard for myself by like, all I had to do was shift the way that I was thinking. And so when I really started to get this, it was like, oh damn, like I can literally have the ability to create any reality that I possibly want. I can hit any rank I ever want, I can build any business I ever want, I can do any result I ever possibly think as long as I get to the point where I consciously believe that that's the only I'm able to create. And I create a clear developed vision of the future. And I'm going to get into a couple of pieces here where it's on the next part, right? We start running into the next hurdle. Now I started getting it down, right? But, oh man, we'll go back there. I started getting it down, but the biggest issue here now is I got the results, but how do I get everyone to duplicate, right? I feel that's great, but not everyone is going to go through the 2-year process to learn all the skills to be able to do it. We need like a simple solution. So I'm like, what if I invested as much as I did to learning from the best? So you guys know that if you want to be the best at doing demos, find the person that's the best at doing demos and invest as much as you can, getting around them, learning as much as you possibly can, and absorbing as much as you can. So what if I was able to go around the best in the world and take everything that I had and then teach our team everything from there, right? Now all of a sudden, every single one of those people were producers. They were able to go and execute on things that normally they were never able to go and do because we made it out very, very simple, as easy as we possibly could, right? And so now all of a sudden, we're able to go through a great company records, become one of the top producing teams, and it was something that all of a sudden it really just started to click. If I could just make this easier for my people and easier for them to duplicate, and I can eliminate as much of the creative burden as possible, and just make this simple, and a lot more people are able to get results out of it, right? And so, this was what was funny is this was all happening in a previous company, right? And so as we started making money, when we're figuring all this out, right? Cameron, genius he was, he would always have this SD501 sitting at the event. I'm like, what's that machine? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it, just drink it. All right. So for 2 years, I'm drinking the water, right? Every single day, and like I feel way better. You know, if we had a couple of drinks, I felt great in the morning. I'm like, what is going on with this? Like, this is amazing. Like, and so I was literally going out just to be more productive. And so that was the first intention was like, I need to get this water machine. That was something that, and so I was buying it just to be a customer. You guys know how powerful that is? That you buy the product for the product, not to join the business. Go see any other network marketing company, not one of them buys the product for the product. They'll lie to you and say they do. But they bought it for the business. This is the first time ever in the network marketing space that I bought the product because it was that good. Like, I can't confidence that is. So now all of a sudden, right, you got Cameron's Magic Water and you always bought the SD501. And I'm like, okay, well, we gotta get it just to be more productive. I have no intention of doing the business. I was just trying to be more hydrated, right? And so I ended up buying a cave, and that's about Newcon. I just got everything, started using it all. And now all of a sudden, the last business that we were in, they changed the comp plan again, and they made it 50% less profitable from the beginning when I first started, right? It was no longer profitable. And I'm like, what are we gonna do now? Well, we just bought this water machine. Why don't we try that out? And we ended up going to do that. We already bought it. It was great. I use it all the time. It's the first time ever I'm using the product because I love the product. Why don't we go and use that? And so we ended up unplugging the last company, plugging this in, and it worked. All of a sudden, 6 days in a week, 6 days in a month, that's 3 in 11 months, that's 4 in 2 years. And this was so amazing. Like, we found our home finally. I don't have to worry ever about going to anywhere else. I know that I have the best product in the entire industry. We have the best company. We have the best people. We have the best family. I'm so grateful to be with you guys and be here. Because if you guys, like, this is the biggest sleeping giant in the entire industry. Like, if people really understood this, we are all in the best position we possibly be in. I got a rush through this last little bit, guys, but one of the main things I really just want to get down is like really focusing on developing the skills, so mindset and skill set. You do the combination of both. It's not just one or the other. You gotta go mindset, skill set, a little quick on here. You wanna make sure that you're advertising daily, whether that's free or paid advertising, however you're doing it to get people in a room or to get people to a webinar, however you're doing that strategy, and make sure that you're following up daily with your prospects. And then grab a mastermind group of like 2 to 4 people. Great group to grab is people that are at an event like this. You know they're just as serious as you. So grab 2 to 4 people to be able to do that. And mastermind every single day. Share everything that you do. Even if they're not in your team, like give them everything that you do, show them exactly what you do, bounce ideas off each other, and you're gonna be able to go through and get results that most people only dream of, right? So on the mindset side, like I suggest always read like 30 minutes, 6 minutes a day. I don't know if you guys meditate, but meditating, grabbing an app like Calm or Headspace makes it extremely easy to be able to go and do, extremely easy to practice. Visualizing daily. Now I want to get to this one part because it's, if you guys really get this, this is what changed the game for me. And I got 30 seconds to do it, so we'll see if we do it. So if we really start to understand this, if you can get a clear, compelling vision of the future, okay? Everything that you want to be able to create in your life, how you want it to look, and everything, right? Because what ends up happening is that our brain can't tell whether we physically do something or whether we're imagining ourselves doing something. It actually affects the body completely the same. I have to rush this, but when you start to get it, our thoughts that we end up having lead to the choices that we have. The choices lead to behaviors. Behaviors lead to experiences. And experience releases an emotional response. So normally the emotional response happens after an experience, right? So when you can create a clear, compelling vision of the future, you're actually tricking your brain into thinking that it's already happened, right? And so now all of a sudden, when you start going and putting in the work, you're able to go out and create a reality that most people don't even realize is even possible. And so if you can really start to get that down, visualize daily, and really get down to that, and really focus on that end, that's one of the biggest things you can possibly do in combination with work ethic and making sure that every single day you're bringing work. Now, I gotta really rush this, I'm already organized, so if you want to take pictures of it, we can get this part. But I want to give you guys some book recommendations of things that I recommend to every single one of our team that they read on a daily basis. So you want to grab a picture of this, and I'll give you guys some podcast things. I'll give you like 2 seconds, and then a couple podcasts for you guys to go to. But you guys can grab those. But guys, if you really come down to it, if all it is, it's not about doing a million things in a day. If you can just be a little bit better than the person that you were the day before, and just be a little bit better, a year, 2 years goes by, and you'll be a completely different person.
Congratulations, guys.
Each remind me about my valedictorian speech a while back ago when I got graduate college engineer. I was proud, I was happy because it was my achievement. However, there is something very, very different today. It's different because today's accomplishment is not just about me. It's about everyone in my team. We do this together.
Congratulations.
Wow. Enagic, I can't see you, but can I hear you? Awesome. It's been a wild ride. We've been a part of Enagic now for 11 years. And first 5 years, just customers, changed my health. And I knew we had found something really special with this company from that point forward. It took me my own path for 5 years to figure out that this was something that I wanted to promote. And just like many of you out there today, the path to get to one of these positions in the company seems maybe impossible. Maybe you don't know how it's ever going to happen. And that's how I felt as well. In the beginning, 6A seemed like this crazy mountain to climb. But we just kept going, we kept innovating and finding new ways to share Mr. Oshiro's amazing message with the world. And it's been the most fulfilling journey for the last 6 years, getting to this point. So I just want to encourage all of you out there that are seeing these people walking across the stage, getting these big checks, these big awards, that everything that we've achieved, you can achieve. There's no difference between any of us as opposed to you, right? So just keep going, keep changing lives, keep sharing this message, whichever way that you choose, and amazing things will happen. And I just want to do a couple congratulations and thank yous. Mr. Shiro, congratulations on 45 years. It's an amazing accomplishment. Thank you for everything. Mrs. Shiro. I want to thank my mom. Without you, Mom, none of this would have happened. You're the best. Love you so much. I want to thank my wife. She's up here. She's so beautiful. She has given me all the love and support that I could ever imagine. And thank you so much, baby. My incredible team. This is not an individual award by any means. This is a team award. It's taken thousands of people to get us to this point as a collective, all working together. I see Cam and I see Jang. You guys have been a huge part of this, brother. And Julian, who isn't here, thank you for everything. Love you guys. Clint and Christy in Australia. They were the other half of this in a big major way. We have Rob, Brian, and Nate in the back here. Someone with the CEO movement. I love you guys too. You guys are awesome. And honestly, Brandon Odom and the Ace, there's so many amazing leaders that have made us look good. So just keep going out there and keep making a difference. And really, the biggest thing I'll leave you guys with is always do the right thing, right? If you have a pure heart and pure intentions, you're loyal and you want to help people genuinely with compassion, magical things will happen for you and all your dreams will come true. Thank you.
Next to the stage, we would like to welcome
Virginia Richmond. I came to the US in 15 years. So I work very hard to chasing my dream and looking the better life. And also I work with the network, different network before, but unsuccessful before I looked into the Enagic company. So the first, the product so amazing. The second, this is the $1 million business. The third, retirement money from Enagic. I've been research and begin work for Enagic only just 2 years. I become CK2.4. So I really want to say thank you to all my upline, especially my leadership that will always beside me. And I'm really want to say thank you. My wonderful team from USA, from Vietnam, from Europe, from Canada, and from Australia. They all stay here with me today. So thank you everybody here. So don't waste your time with Enagic. Begin now, begin today, begin your future, begin your dream. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow. Good afternoon, Enagic family. Me in the house. But Enagic provides. So first I want to say all praise be to God for giving Mr. Oshiro this vision of Enagic. Because the fact that Enagic provides and liberates the world the ability to achieve freedom lifestyle by achieving true health physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually is everything that we need as human beings. And I want you guys to know, you may see us on stage as leaders, but we all started at the very beginning as you all, as a 1A. And when I was a 1A, I couldn't even see 3A. I was starting my life over again at the age of 28. So to see my father, who's been an unbelievable mentor, best friend, everything I can imagine to learn from, to grow from, I gotta give it up and say thank you, Father, for being who you are. And that's what it's about. It's about support. It's about being available, being accessible, remaining humble, remaining patient, being in a state of gratitude and appreciation, and always giving. Like Mr. Oshiro says, you have to give before you can take. And that's how we got here as leaders, by giving to our teams every single day. Selflessly. And that's what it's about. Because when I first started, for a lot of years, I was struggling at 682. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until I met my better half, my wife, I met her within months of getting married, -2. Then a year later, -3. Now 2 years later, -4. I think you're the one who brought this mountain of abundance of blessings into my life. Because that's what it's about. So by having my Kangen Queen next to me, our Kangen Queens, us Kangen Kings, we are all Kangen Queens and Kangen Kings here in Enagic. So don't give up on your dream, just like Mr. Oshiro didn't give up on his dream. And you have to stay consistent and persistent and be patient and never give up, because eventually you will get to where you want to be. So thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you all, team. I love you all. And it's just the beginning. And second, by all means, please.
How's everyone doing today? I'm so thankful to be here today, yet alone receiving this award with my husband. Enagic has provided everything for us, with my health to I'm going to call him my miracle baby, my little Kangen baby, to my husband writing this for me and being on stage with him today and receiving all this. And best of all, having our extended family. You guys are our family here. It's not just business, it's the love and support we all give each other to get to the top. So thank you all so much.
And Mr. Oshiro, for it's about legacy. It's about passing it on to your children and providing the best future that you can for them. So again, we all thank you. Mr. Oshiro, Mr. Rancho, and Mrs. Oshiro, and all of the Enagic staff. Thank you. Good afternoon, Enagic family. We in the house. I love this, man. 13 years. But, Enagic provides. So first I want to say all praise be to God for giving Mr. Oshiro this vision of Enagic. Because the fact that Enagic provides and liberates the world the ability to achieve freedom lifestyle by achieving true health, physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually, is everything that we need as human beings. And I want you guys to know, you may see us on stage as leaders, but we all started at the very beginning as you all, as a 1A. And when I was a 1A, I couldn't even see 3A. I was starting my life over again at the age of 28. So to see my father, who's been an unbelievable mentor, best friend, everything I can imagine to learn from, to grow from, I gotta give it up and say thank you, Father, for being who you are. And that's what it's about. It's about support. It's about being available, being accessible, remaining humble, remaining patient, being in a state of gratitude and appreciation, and always giving. Like Mr. Oshiro says, you have to give before you can take. And that's how we got here as leaders, by giving to our teams every single day. Selflessly. And that's what it's about. Because when I first started, for a lot of years, I was struggling at 682. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until I met my better half, my wife, I met her within months of getting married, -2. Then a year later, -3. Now 2 years later, -4. I think you're the one who brought this mountain of abundance of blessings into my life. Because that's what it's about. So by having my Kangen Queen next to me, our Kangen Queens, us Kangen Kings, we are all Kangen Queens and Kangen Kings here in Enagic. So don't give up on your dream, just like Mr. Oshiro didn't give up on his dream. And you have to stay consistent and persistent and be patient and never give up. because eventually you will get to where you want to be. So thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you all, team. I love you all. And it's just the beginning. And Sarah, by all means, please.
How's everyone doing today? I'm so thankful to be here today, yet alone receiving this award with my husband. Enagic has provided everything for us with my health, to my, I'm going to call him my miracle baby, my little Klungen baby, to my husband, writing this for me and being on stage with him today and receiving all this. And best of all, having our extended family. You guys are our family here. It's not just business, it's the love and support we all give each other to get to the top. So thank you all so much.
And Mr. Oshiro, for it's about legacy. It's about passing it on to your children and providing the best future that you can for them. So again, we all thank you. Mr. Oshiro, Mr. Oranjo, and Mrs. Oshiro, and all of the Enagic staff. Thank you.
Hello everybody. It's amazing that this company, it's only 45 years of age and covered most of the world, most of the countries in the world. Do you understand that it's an amazing accomplishment? And we are all part of it. So today it's a good day to say happy birthday to Enagic. Happy birthday, Enagic.
Happy birthday, Enagic.
And this was not possible without the vision and I bet very hard work of this gentleman here that gives us prizes and gives us checks and everything. And compassion, Mr. Oshiro. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us, for the company. And do you know something? I still believe that we will be here to celebrate a century of existence of Enagic. We can count. Yes. Today it's a moment for me of thinking of what we've done all these years since I became one of the missionaries for Enagic mission. And thinking of that, I cannot stay away from the inspiration that I got from the company and from the people I was talking to, from my people that are in my team here and everywhere in Europe or United States, Canada. I was really inspired by them and gave me the energy and the commitment to go further every day. And thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Some of them you already know. For example, Sebastian Popa. It's a 6'8", 6'4". It's a pioneer from Romania who inspired everybody there and showed everybody that it can be done. It was real. Thank you. Along with him here, we had Varga, Dorel Varga, the one that we just celebrated. It's 683. Very hard-working people, very hard, very honest, and committed, focused, and that brought him here. The commitment and the focus and believing in our product and in our mission. I believe that it's a common quality of everybody who is successful. Along with them, we have from Romania, I need to identify them because they near Turku, for example. It's a 6822. They developed a good organization there. Dr. Susha, thank you very much for being part of us. Yes, 6822. We have 6'2s, Dan Martin, 6'2. George Stirku, 6822. We have Mircea Krishan, one of the very dynamic and very highly promoting Enagic to our teams. Lots of presentations and hard work. Also, we have lots of other people here. George Roshu, 682. We have many people that are with us in our mission to spread this work, to spread Mr. Oshiro's vision in the world. And do you know, I believe that we can do it together. It's the only way we can do it. Together as a team, wherever we are, we feel like we belong to this. We belong to this mission. And again, happy birthday, happy 45th birthday, Enagic.
Congratulations, everyone. Great job. Thank you so much for all your hard work and your dedication to Enagic. We truly appreciate you.
Wow, it's amazing, unbelievable. I'm deeply honored to receive this award today. 4 years ago, I was sitting over there and I saw Mr. Eli that has received this award. And I wish I could be like him. Now my dream comes true. I would like to dedicate this award to my parents. My mom, who always sacrificed her life to raise me up, and my dad. Even he passed away 10 years ago, but I believe he's watching me now. Thank you, Dad. I love you so much. I would like to dedicate this award to all my team effort from everywhere throughout the world. I couldn't believe that I have over 40,000 distributors all around the world like this.
Thank you very much, Dan. Great job. The point of being on that journey is basically the journey itself. I just like to say, first of all, like it's such an honor to be here because I feel and I've felt and the people that have gotten to meet so far here, the energy and the passion. I love the fact that every one of you, there's 4,000 dreams and desires and hopes and wishes in this room right now, collectively. And that, you know, in the times that we're in the world, in many ways, it's partly the best and the hardest time to be alive. You know, we see so much, you know, of the pain and the difficulty in the world, but to go and step back from that a second and to go, you've got to go and focus on hopes and dreams and visions and fill yourself up with what you're doing here and to be on the journey that you're on, to make the sacrifices that you've made collectively to be here. I see that and I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that in you. That is, like, that's what gets me fired up. To me, it's about
can we create in this life? Where do we want to go? That's why I wanted you guys to go and take a second, in the introduction, instead of having them read some biography about me or my story, to go and take a second to be able to reflect on those questions that I hope you can consider. What do you want to create in your life? What 2 or 3 things, if you were to imagine your life a few years from now, beginning today, moving forward, like what would you have brought forth? What does that look like? What does that sound like? What does that feel like inside? And then because we know that if it's a big enough vision, if it's a big enough goal, it's going to be difficult. Nothing in life like worth having is going to come easy. So, with those challenges along the way, what excuse could we imagine that we would make that would let ourselves off of the hook from bringing that vision to life? If we can the more that we can tell the truth to ourselves about what that excuse is, the more likely we are to free ourselves from it. Because when it arises, which it invariably will, I'm too tired, I don't have the energy, or I'm afraid, I don't want to fail, I don't want to be rejected, I don't want that person to say no. What happens if I do fail? What happens if this doesn't work in the way that I envision? What then? All the what ifs, all of what the could be's. What will you tell yourself though? What would be the thing for you? You know yourself better than anyone. And then perhaps the most important question is when that comes up, invariably, when that arises, what will you tell yourself about why you're doing what you're doing? Until we get to a place where that feeling inside of us, that why is something way bigger than that excuse, the excuse will win. It's not rocket science, so if we can go and get to a place where like that why, that purpose inside of us, which is even more of a feeling than it is anything else. It's hard to even put those into words. I want you to focus on the feeling of that. Because even though you don't have the goal of what that is 2 or 3 years from now, the feeling that you want to create, that exists in this moment. And I feel it from you. I feel the energy in that in the room. I feel the desire that you bring forth here. That thing, it's far bigger than the fear.
Soon to be 6820-8. Don't give up for me. Shiro for this wonderful, phenomenal opportunity that came to me by way of my sponsor, the one and only, one of the most dynamic women that I know in all of this industry, that I looked up to when I was a nobody, trying to be a somebody. Miss Anna Wilshire, will you please just raise your hand? You stand up, please. Oh my Lord. Changed my life. So, you're probably wondering why to me I got this picture up here. Well, you probably hear an accent, right? It's an accent from South Carolina. And today I happen to be sitting beside somebody who actually knows where I'm from. Really unusual. I'm from Latta, L-A-T-T-A, Latta, South Carolina. And I remember, you know, I don't remember exactly, but I was born in a house where there's no doctors, no medicine, none of that. And I was born in an environment that may not have been the most positive environment at the time. As though that's the way I looked at it. I didn't understand it then, but I do understand it now. And so now here I was, by the time I was 7 years old, my mother passed away of an ectopic pregnancy. You know, Kyle said some things, and I also heard Matthew say some things, and I can relate to those things in the way that they spoke about it, because it's very important. My mother used to always say that she would die before she had another baby. I would die before I have another baby. Whenever somebody would ask me, Sharon, when are you going to have another child? I'd die before I have another baby. And she would look at me as though I was the worst experience she had ever had. Well, she died pregnant in her tubes. Then by the time I was 9 years old, my father was incarcerated for double murder, for killing a grandmother and her granddaughter. And so now here I am at 7 years old, no mom, no dad, I'm the only child, and now who's responsible for me? That woman in the middle, Esty Mathey. Who would have thought that, here it is, oh my God, she died when I was 16 years old, 34 years ago, I would actually have my grandmother on a slideshow at a 45th year anniversary. That's the woman in the middle that raised me. The reason why I have this picture here is because my grandmother had 11 children. And my grandmother's mother, the young lady that you see to your left or your right, whatever one it is, the one with the bow in the hair, that was my great-grandmother. And I found that picture through a family Facebook page. I had never seen her before. And she had 11 children also. And so she passed away when she was very young, so my grandmother not only ended up raising her own children, of course, but she raised her brothers and sisters too. So she raised 21 children. But she wasn't alone. She had a friend that had 26. No twins, triplets, quadruplets, one at a time. Can y'all imagine having a play date? You raised 21 and they got 26? That's more like opening up a school, right? Absolutely. And then there I was there, 7 years old, as happy as I could be. That day I got $1. I think I spoke well at I did an Easter speech at church. And that's when I started running my mouth, y'all. So, by the time I was 14 years old, well actually, before I go there, time to think. I had plenty of time to think. I remember growing up in South Carolina as a little girl. I remember trucks coming through our neighborhood, and these trucks would come through our neighborhood and they would blow the horn. They knew exactly where to stop. And my grandmother would have us run outside and go get on the back of that truck. And so I get on the back of that truck, a man that was driving that I did not know, never seen before in my life. And he would drive us to a field that we didn't even know existed. And then when we got off that truck, we got to the field, we got off that truck, they gave us the buckets and they gave.
If you enjoyed that video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, or if you're on my Facebook page, hit that like button, hit that notification and bell on YouTube as well. So that way you can get notifications from me every single day, every single week, day, month, throughout the year. So go ahead and do that. And I hope you enjoy it and talk to you guys and see you guys tomorrow with the next video. Thank you.